back to another YouTube video. Today we are letting the popular playing card game Uno choose my August TBR. I am so excited for this video because not only is Uno one of my favorite games to play of all time, but it is also my birthday month in August. My birthday is August 5th, so it's early in the month, so we need to have some good picks for this month, and I'm hoping one of my favorite games is going to have my back. Alright, so how this is going to work, I have all the cards in a stack right here, all shuffled up and ready to go. I have this little cheat sheet, which I will hopefully try to put it up here. If not, this is kind of what it looks like. I wrote everything down here, so I will be referring to this as we pull cards, but I have 4 different categories, well 5 technically, but 4 based off color. So we have red, blue, green, and yellow, and then wild. So hopefully we can go through quickly what each color means and how the cards are going to pick my TBR. So for example, red is going to be mood and emotion, blue is genre and story based prompts, green is clear your shelves prompts, and yellow is random challenges. So I tried to come up with TBR prompts that fit those overarching themes like mood and emotion, genre and story, clear your shelves, random challenges. Now for wild, it's a little bit different. We'll get to that at the end. So hopefully, again, I have this up on the board, up here somewhere or here or wherever, but each number represents a different prompt. So red would be mood and emotion, and then if I pick a number between 0 and 9, or the card has a number between 0 and 9, it comes with that prompt. So for example, if I pulled a red 5, I would have to find a book on my shelves, or a book I want to read that has an emotional character journey. Another example, if I pick a yellow card, that's going to be a random challenge, and if the card had the number 8 on it, it'd have to be the 10th book on my shelf. So I would count out the books to the 10th book, and that would be my pick. Now, to make this game a little more fun, we got some wild choices. So if I have a wild card, so just a plain wild card, that means I have a free choice, so I can choose any book I would like to read for the near future or in August. If I pick a wild card with a +4, I have to pick 4 books that I want to read and then randomly decide. So maybe it's using a wheel, or just doing like eeny meeny miny mo, or just something. If I pick up a reverse or skip card, I have to skip a prompt and choose again. So that means that the next prompt I pick, I skip it and I gotta pick a different one. Hopefully that makes sense. And last but not least, draw 2. I have to add 2 more books to my TBR. So I am hoping to put 6 books on my TBR, but we might be increasing that number if I pick a draw 2. So that is the name of the game. This is Uno, but TBR edition, and I'm super excited to see what we're going to get. So again, I will hopefully try to put this little cheat sheet that I made up on the screen so you can see in depth each prompt and option that I have. But we should get started. So like I said, these are already shuffled. I had Austin, my fiance, shuffle these, so I have no idea what's on the top. I'm just going to pick from the top and see what our first pick is for book number 1. I'm gonna flip it, and we got a yellow 5. So looking at my little cheat sheet of Uno, a yellow 5 is a book with an animal in the story. So not on the cover, it has to be part of the story, like someone's sidekick or pet or anything like that. So let's take a look if I have a book with an animal in the story. Alright, that took a little bit just because I couldn't go based off the cover, and a lot of the back summaries didn't like explain any animals, so I just kind of had to go based off feels and maybe a couple Google searches. But the first book that I picked up was The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. This is the OG version. I've of course seen the movie, but I've never read the book, and I think it'd be interesting to read this and then maybe read Wicked. I think that would be kind of fun. And the reason I picked this up was because of the lion, and then of course Dorothy's pet dog, Toto. So I think this would be fun, reading a classic. I don't know. This might be up. Now, this book has been on my TBR before. This is Once Upon a River by Diane Satterfield. And I know I said not to look at the cover with an animal, but this little like river is a swan. And like one of the pages I opened up to said the word otter. So I was like, well, maybe, just maybe, this might talk about more animals within the book. But I don't know. I've never really found interest in reading, so maybe I should just get rid of it, but I don't know. This was another book I picked up. And then the last book, which I think might be my choice, because I don't know if I would ever pick it up besides right now, and that is Lessons in Chemistry. I actually looked up like what are some books with like animal sidekicks or like are very important to the story, and I guess our main character in this book has a pet dog named 630, I think it was. So I didn't want to look into it too much, but she has a dog, so that might be my pick, because I don't know when else I would pick this up. This is a very large book, but I've been kind of loving like historical fiction, science-y type books. Like I read Atmosphere. I don't know much about Lessons in Chemistry. I just know it's a notable book of the year, not this year, but when it came out. New York Times bestseller. It's a very highly rated book. So I think I'm gonna start with this. We're gonna pick Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I'm excited for this. Alright, I'm not going to shuffle. Again, I'm just picking from the top. We might switch it up, but we're going to just pick from the top and see what our next pick is for book number 2. It's another yellow. So yellow is a random challenge. We got 6, which is published after 2020, which I think I have a lot of newer books, so I think this might be a little easier, but it also might be difficult because I have so many. So let's take a look. Alright, so I decided that I want to read an Annabelle Monahan book before summer is over. So I picked up Same Time Next Summer. This was published in 2023. So we are good on that. I have not read an Annabelle Monahan book, and I think this would be a great start to pick it up. So this will be pick number 2 for the month, Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monahan. I think I'm going to shuffle now. This could either help, because maybe the next one is a yellow on top, and I want to check out some other options, but we're gonna shuffle and see. Maybe this will help. And all I'm doing is I'm taking from the middle and placing it on top. So let's see, book number 3 is going to be a One Green. So we got a new color. One Green is a book you have bought this year, which is great because I have a stack of books right next to me that I recently bought, but I also have books on my shelves that I bought this year as well. So let's take a look and see what I want to read. Okay, I think it's only fitting to choose this book because of it being August and it being summer and sunny, and I'm a little bit into astrology, so that's why I kind of picked this book. But I picked Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. I picked this up from Half Price Books. I've always kind of eyed this cover in this book when I saw it at like Barnes or other bookstores. I have no idea what it's about, but it was at Half Price Books on clearance, so I was like, well, I guess I'll pick it up. So it looks like the top says 10 women, a deadly contest, only one can win the Sun King's heart. So this is a series, and I think this would be a perfect book for August, like I said, because Sun Queen, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure Leo's is like the sun, because you know we're the center of attention. So I think this will be pick number 3. I am excited because I'm kind of going into it blindly, but again, the cover is something that always caught my eye and like it looks so pretty. So book number 3. We're gonna shuffle again. I think that's how we're gonna get some different things. So this time I'm going to cut them in half and I'm going to shuffle poorly and cut the deck. And hopefully we get something good. Pick number 4 is going to be a blue, and that is a 6, which is a genre. And we're going with a contemporary pick. So let's see what we are going to pick out for our contemporary pick for the month. Alright, I wanted to pick up this book because it is on my summer TBR, and it's been on my summer TBR the last 2 years, this year and last year, so I need to read it, and that is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I've only read The Nightingale by her, but I know this one's a pretty popular one that a lot of people have read, and I think it's like a movie, TV show, something like that. And I love her writing. Even though it's a bit of a thicker book, I think I'm still going to enjoy it. Actually, it's not too thick. It's like, okay, it is almost 500 pages, 475, so it is a lot. But I know this has to do with friendship or sisters, something like that. 1974. Best friends forever, yes, friendship. So hopefully, I know I have a prompt that talks about friendship. Hopefully I don't pull that prompt because we're gonna be in trouble because this is what I was gonna pick for that. So we're gonna put this for our contemporary pick, Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I am a little scared because we are 1, 2, 3, 4 books in. Are we going to get a +2 and having to add 2 more books to our TBR? Who knows? I just shuffled the cards. The cards are the only thing that's going to tell me. And you know what? Instead of picking from the top, I think I'm going to pick from the middle. I'm just going to pick from right here. So you guys tell me, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, another blue card. But this time we have number 8. And that is a dystopian book. Now, unfortunately, I did finish The Hunger Games. So this one, I have, I think, some options. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was just looking on Goodreads for dystopian books, and I'm so excited because this book popped up on the list, and that is Shatter Me by Tara Mafi. I've been literally, I feel like every TBR, I'm like, I should pick this up. I should pick this up. I should pick this up. And I'm finally going to put it on my TBR so I read it because I feel left out. I know this book, or this series, is very, very large, but I want to get into it. I want to know what is going on. But this popped up as dystopia or dystopian, so we're putting it on the TBR. Shatter Me by Tara Mafi will be my pick for a dystopian novel. Alright guys, we are hopefully on our last pick. Who knows what the cards are going to decide. I am going to just spread these out and see and pick. I'm not looking at what I'm picking at. Hopefully we haven't gotten red or any wild cards. I'm hoping for red just because I have options, but we'll see what the cards decide. I'm gonna pick right here and we're gonna go. We got a wild card, which is great to finish off this TBR because that means I have a free choice of any book to put on the TBR. So let me think. So this book is actually a advanced reader copy from NetGalley. It is already published. It came out on July 20th, and that is If Books Could Kill by Kate Eberly. I received the ARC maybe at the end of June, early July, so I wasn't able to read it before it got published. That's what I would love to have done, but I just didn't. So I think if I put it on my TBR for the month of August, that way I can actually read it and rate it and all of that and let you guys know. So I think I'm gonna do that for our last pick. Our free choice pick is I'm gonna pick that, and like I said, it's If Books Could Kill by Kate Everly. It says, a novel love story meets love in the time of serial killers in this rom-com following Roxy Mitchell, an adventure-loving romance reader who finds herself trapped in a meet-cute turned murderess. So it seems pretty interesting. We got some romance, we got some murderous tendencies or something going on. I don't know. It seems pretty interesting. And I like the cover, so that will be my last and final pick for my August TBR. Alright, so let's recap our Uno picks and our books for the month of August. The first card I picked was a yellow 5, which is a book with an animal in it, and I chose Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Up next, we are sticking with yellow, and we pulled a 6, and that is published after 2020. So I picked up Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monahan. Switching up the colors, we got a green 1, which is a Clear Your Shelves theme, and 1 is a book that you've bought this year. And I recently picked up Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Tooley. So that is book number 3. Again, with a new color, we have a blue, which is a genre or a story, and we picked number 6, which is a contemporary. So I picked Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna, and I love that these match. We got a blue theme going on here. Our 5th pick also goes with our blue theme. We picked a blue 8, and that is a dystopian novel, and we have Shatter Me by Tara Mafi, which continues the blue theme. And last but not least, Uno gave us a banger with a wild card, so I chose If Books Could Kill by Kate Everly, and that is a advanced reader copy on NetGalley that I received. So the book is published, but I'm going to read it this month and let you guys know how it is. So that is all of the books, or a recap of the books that are on my August TBR. Right, here is the Stack -1 ebook, which is totally okay. I am so excited. We're getting some summer reads done hopefully in August, and soon we'll be into the fall season, which I will be setting up a fall TBR, which is kind of outrageous how fast summer went by, but I'm so excited to have these books on my August TBR. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe. I post videos once a week, whether it's bookish content like this, lifestyle vlogs, kind of whatever I'm in the mood for. So if you like what you're seeing, you should go ahead and subscribe. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye!